Hi everybody, welcome to this week's video. I wanted to tell you a few things about the video before we get started. It's a little shorter than normal this week just because I did not get as much footage due to trips that were planned and vacations and things like that, but I think you have enough here in the video to kind of show you what's been going on. So there's that. The intermediate day onions that we planted in the spring are almost starting to bulb up now, which is crazy to me. We just harvested the short day onions that we overwintered, and those are selling at the farm stand, and we're about ready to start harvesting the others, so that's super exciting for us. As you know, our strawberries have come and gone. That season is behind us now, and we're gearing up for obviously tomatoes and peppers. Our carrots look amazing right now. We're super excited about that. Garlic, our soft nut garlic and hard nut garlic beds are almost ready to harvest as well. We have been pulling scapes. I've been pulling scapes and setting aside for my wholesale customer for a couple of weeks now. So I got almost all of them pulled, and now in another couple of weeks probably we'll start harvesting those garlic bulbs. So that's also exciting. What else do we have going? Oh, I've got hundreds of sunflowers in a bed waiting to be ready to harvest. So they experience a little more shade during the day than I would like, but that's causing them to take a little longer to mature. But once that bed is completely harvested, I'm going to move that sunflower bed down further into the garden so that it gets more direct sun, so that I can harvest them faster and get more and cycle through more of that out of the garden and into the farm stand and into my customers' houses in the form of sunflower bunches and bouquets. So our green beans are about ready to start harvesting. They're gorgeous, full of flowers. And so far, everything looks really good. My cucumbers are a little further behind where I'd like for them to be, as well as my summer squash. But they're up in the further upper corner of the garden, and it's a little drier there, and I'm really working to dial in my drip irrigation up there. So it's not as easy as it sounds, and as a result, those plants don't get as much water as I think they have gotten. So, and everything else is really looking good, doing well. I am just staying on top of successions. It's the end of May. The kids are almost out of school, and we are in middle. We are experiencing 85-degree temperatures routinely now, and so it's not going to be long before it's even hotter than that. So all in all, can't complain. Everything's doing well. So just take a look at the garden tour so you can kind of see where we are. We're in Zone 8A, Western North Carolina. I'm farming on a little over a half an acre, and we're busy. Things are good. Things are growing quickly, and everything's good. So thanks so much for joining us, and I will see you in the next video. So here we are again in the garden. Thanks for being here with me. This first row of candy onions are going to be harvestable. In a few weeks, they're going to start bulbing up, and I can't believe how quickly it's going to happen because I feel like we just put these out. But that just goes to show you how quickly this kind of onion bulbs up in the spring versus when onions are overwintered. Overwintering takes a lot longer, and these are fast and just gorgeous, beautiful. And right next to it, I ripped out all of my flowering and seeding kale and the collards from before. If you remember, we have some baby seedlings of Swiss chard, and actually these two rows here that are covered with fabric now have transplants in them as of yesterday, but as of the recording of this video, they had not been. You're getting very familiar with these beets by now. They are pretty much going to probably come out by the next time you see another video. And there's that trusty hose that's been there for weeks along this journey with us. Onions, carrots and scallions, and our onions are about to be pulled out. These are overwintered snapdragons. These are the zinnias that I'm going to keep. These were they were just volunteer, and they look better than the ones that I planted on purpose. So we're going to keep these. And again, I'm going to let you know how it goes. I need to pinch them, and I need to stake and put up some Hortonova trellis for them. And I'll be doing that soon. Next to those zinnias, I have tarped with my silage tarp They're about, this is 4 to 5 different rows. This was where we pulled the overwintered onions out, and we are letting that rest so that we can kill the weeds. This is garlic that, as you can see, is about ready to harvest. I have been pulling scapes off the hardneck varieties. They are doing nicely, and now we are in the final stages of those. We'll be pulling them up soon. More overwintered snapdragons and dahlias. Here's some romaine lettuce. That's looking good. It's growing right along, and next to it is salad mix. That's coming up pretty well. Then next to it, you can see a nice, beautiful row of weeds, a bed of weeds in between my next bed of salad mix. And we've got some sunrise carrots, some more romaine that looks like it's about to go to bolt, actually, yeah, go to seed. That and the muir lettuce here has seen better days, so it's probably going to come out soon. These are more intermediate day onions. They're just rocking and rolling. These are the tomatoes, and man, they are growing like weeds. 240 tomatoes. They're trellised on cattle panel trellises. There are 9. It takes 9 cattle panel trellises in a row. So there are 27 cattle panels out here for all of these, and that is a small fortune. You could almost send a child, well, you could send a child to community college for a little while on the value of those cattle panel. It is shocking and frightening and fabulous all at the same time. And these are beefsteak tomatoes. They're beautiful. These are not beefsteak. These are actually either sweet 100s or sun golds. And they're over hip high at this point. They're between hip and closing in on chest height. So they're rocking and rolling. This last row of tomatoes are Paul Robeson, Black from Tula, and some other yummy heirloom varieties. They're a little smaller. They didn't get put out. They were probably put out a couple of weeks later, and you can tell. I mean, these things are growing about a foot a week. And here, this is not me bending over much at all to capture this shot. As you can see, they're looking fabulous. Like I said before, this is going to be a shorter video than usual. These are peppers here, over 100 pepper plants here, about 130 in that bed. The spent strawberries are next door. I can't wait to start harvesting these peppers. There are some baby peppers on there already, and we're super thrilled. Mid-80s now. And we're just rocking and rolling temperature-wise. Beans, this is a bed of beans. This first planting is 80 feet long. There are 3 rows, so that's 240 bed feet, or row feet, I should say. And then there's another succession past that. These beans are beautiful, and they're full of blooms, and they're going to be ready to pick soon. And I'm going to leave you with this shot of the beans. This was a short video for this week. I know you could have been anywhere, and you chose to be with me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.